turn on the cricket sounds?
Yeah, they're on.
All right, cool.
Same with
I'm not 100% sure anyone even listens to the show anymore after last night. I didn't listen to it today, but
Was it a little
can we
raunchy?
not mention fingering girls tonight?
You could try.
I thought I was going to catch you ill-prepared.
It was close.
Your face turned orange just as I pulled out with the sound effects. What's up, everybody? It's the Daily BM number 27 for Wednesday, September 18th, 2013. After our hiatus, and then we're going to have another hiatus tomorrow because Mark's going to be out of town.
Yeah, I'm heading down to Littleton, Denver area.
Little fun.
And I'm taking a bus, so I will not be lacking in material after that trip.
Dude, it's a who's who in mental illness on the bus, dude, always.
It's always crazy.
Yeah, and I think that also because of all the road closures and everything, you're looking at a 6-hour bus ride. I mean, I don't know.
I hope not.
I hope not either. Of course, right off the bat, we want to give special thanks to the troops here and across the Blue Marble. Been doing a lot lately, it seems like, with all this bad weather and everything. Thank God it's starting to dry up a little bit.
It's amazing to see the sun again for like a full day. Yeah,
it's great. Of course, we want to give a huge, huge shout out. If any of you people need any kind of candle,
you people, are you listening?
Yeah, all of you, any of you. If any of you need a candle, whether it be a birthday candle, whether it be
a bathroom candle,
yeah, something for the kitchen, anything decorative, big, small, doesn't matter. Mary Smith can get them.
For any reason it smells in your area?
Whatever. www.partylight.biz/Mary Smith. She will hook you up with all of your candle needs. No doubt about that. She's great. Unfortunately, I haven't seen her for a few days because she moved into another building. That makes me sad.
Oh, no. Spread it around your new building.
I know. So did www.facebook.com/crochet by Crystal. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think you did.
I haven't even drank anything, really. 7-8 shots. I'm good. Yeah, Crystal doesn't work in our building anymore either. And soon I'll be in their building. Liz doesn't work in our building anymore.
No one
that listens to the show, unless Stephanie still listens. She hasn't reacted to anything in a month. But we still love her to death.
Absolutely.
And I'd also like to give a big shout out to my friend Steve, who's been diligently working on animating the show. I know that Mark posted one of the pictures that Steve has done. Well, that's just a still. He's actually going to animate the show. Yep. I don't know how he's going to do it, but like tonight for the show, you should use the
new picture that he sent.
Not the one where we're dressed up as Kiss, which is awesome. I mean, Steve's really doing an amazing job on this for like going to school and all the other stuff that he does, smoking lots of weed. But yeah, it's really coming along nicely. I don't understand. I've never had a full beard. But anytime anyone ever draws a picture of me or there's any kind of caricature of me, I have a full beard.
Just, what do you mean? Like a full mustache into beard?
Well, thing? Yeah, and then the beard goes up the sides. Now, I know I haven't shaved in a while, I know it looks like I have a full beard, but it's just a goatee. But anyway, it's amazing.
I see.
He actually said to me today that he was going to try to rework my face. Dude, you can do spit takes outside, you know.
It went up my nose.
Oh, nice. God, remember that shot you took that didn't turn out so good? Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Well, I'm pissed off today.
Oh, boy.
'Cause, I remember you mentioning it the other day, and a lady that was like a family member of someone I work with mentioned it. And she was like, yeah, I was watching the news, and they finally did a story about, like, Loveland and northern Colorado. I woke up this morning, got my cup of coffee, turned on 9 News at noon.
You actually got up this morning, didn't you? What time did you get up? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I can tell by the fucking guilty look in your face you didn't get up till afternoon.
You stepped all over it. Over it.
I'm sorry. I'll just shut up. Go ahead.
I woke up this morning, got my cup of coffee, turned on 9 News at noon.
Yeah. Sorry. God damn it. Dude, I just waddled all over that like a fucking pachyderm.
That's all right. It's timeless. It's a timeless joke.
It is.
Anyway, but I turned on the news. Everything is about Boulder. Every single thing is about Boulder. And I know they got hit hard and whatnot. I counted at least 3 helicopters going over our house while they were talking about Boulder. Like,
yep.
I mean, there's people hurting. And now I understand why northern Colorado wants to secede from Colorado, because no one really cares about us up here in the north.
Dude, Longmont got hit real bad. So did Johnstown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think that there was much damage in and around Fort Collins. Mm-hmm. I think that since we've had that flood in 1976 and then again in 1996,
97, I think, yeah.
Or 97, whenever it was, that they really dug some ditches to keep the water out of our houses and everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, there wasn't a drop of water in our house, but luckily, and me and Roger were talking about this earlier, he's a structural engineer. Or no, civil engineer? Structural engineer. And we were talking about this earlier. Our house was built in the 60s. And, I mean, I think that if it had been built in the 80s with a little bit shoddier, work, or maybe
mass-produced housing.
Yeah, maybe if our foundation had been poured on a Friday at 3 p.m. or whatever, we might have a flooded basement right now, but no water came into our house, luckily.
And supposedly we're on a high water table, so it should technically be more at risk for flooding, at least in the basement area of the house.
Yeah,
but,
something you just said reminded me. Remember the other day when I was talking about words that people mispronounce that I hate? You said it right. I hate it when people say supposedly. It's not supposedly, it's supposedly with a D.
All right.
Idiots. Anyway.
Yeah. I had one, but...
Oh, sorry.
I forgot it.
Yeah, so hopefully all the weather is gone. It's a nice night tonight. It's a little bit... It's starting to get a little overcast, but it definitely doesn't look like rain. Well,
no, it's just...
over that way it looks kind of, but...
Those are the cirrus clouds.
Oh, I thought they were cumulonimbus, but my fault.
I don't know.
I did really bad in meteorology class.
But you did great in...
pronunciation of long words class. 101.
Yeah, that one too.
But speaking of words, and I don't know why I'm so hooked on, like, I'll just be at work and I'll think of something and I'll write it down and then it'll spawn other things. And I started thinking today of, like, words that you never hear used anymore. Mm-hmm. And I have quite, like, anyway, I have about 8 or 9 of them that, and again, I'm older than you are by about almost 20 years. So I've heard these words a lot more than you have. But here's just a show. Did you write a couple down too?
I wrote a few down.
All right. Here's a couple of words that I used to hear a lot when I was a kid that I don't hear anymore ever. And the first one is orphanage. Do you know what an orphanage is?
Yeah, where the orphans go.
Right. Dude, you don't even hear the word orphan anymore. They're like misplaced children, or they call them something else that's more PC, but You never hear the word, like, yeah, we had to take that kid over to the orphanage.
That's true. Are there I'm sure there's still orphans.
Yeah, but they're not called orphans, nor are the places they called orphanages anymore.
I just thought it was weird to be an orphan and, like, something like you survived the crash and your whole family died. Is there no one else in the family that will take you in?
Straight to the orphanage.
Straight to the orphanage.
Yeah, for some reason. I never
Annie.
got that. I always worried about something happening to my parents and I'd end up in an orphanage. Yeah, that's a great word too, by the way.
But it's
that
the
needs
spawn.
to come back.
The orphanage is a spawn of either super great people or like bands of,
Gypsies,
gangs of kids that get into trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's always that story of, oh, he came all the way up from the orphanage and now he's the CEO of Google or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then there's a few orphans gathered together and raided this store.
Dude, the more I hear the word orphan, the better it is. I think isn't there a movie called Orphan that came out not too long ago that's supposed to be really scary? God, I want to see Mama really bad, by the way, speaking of orphans.
Is it scary when it's just one word that everyone uses,
I don't know, but...
Mama.
Yeah. Ooh. Dude, you watched the trailer.
Yeah, it looks
creepy as fuck.
But anyway.
I can't wait to see it. Okay, so my second word, and I might be the only person on earth that's ever heard this word because CJ might have some family in Wisconsin that might have heard this word. A divan. It's an old school word for a couch or like a sofa. A divan.
Is it like a van seat that they use as a couch or?
No, dude, it's a divan.
What? It doesn't have anything. Well, I guess couch doesn't have anything to do with.
The second to the last one I'm
is.
going to say is another one that I guarantee you have. I'll even say it right now. So anyway, a divan used to be a word for a couch.
Mm.
You know the word margarine?
Mm.
Like that shit that's fake butter?
I can't believe it's not butter.
Uh-huh. Used to be called oleo.
Is that a product name or the...
I don't think so. That's just what they called it.
Oleo.
And I remember that both my grandparents in Kansas and my grandparents in Wisconsin both called margarine oleo. And they put butter on every single piece of bread they ate, even if it was in a sandwich. If they were making a ham and cheese sandwich, which I can't really see my grandparents in Wisconsin doing, they would put butter on the bread. And my Uncle Byron, to this day, in Whitefish Bay, still puts butter on every single piece of bread he eats.
And, like, fries it up like
just
butter.
Makes a sandwich. Yep. Because they don't use...
oleo?
No, they don't use mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
They use butter instead. So, yeah, oleo.
Well, what I hate is when it's the laziest thing when people call things spread. Hey, grab the spread. Which spread? The jelly spread or the margarine or the oleo or mustard? You could remember when you had to spread mustard, you had to reach in the actual jar.
You know what's even more fucked up than that? If you mistakenly grab the what was that stuff called? It's not mayonnaise, Miracle Whip. If you accidentally put Miracle Whip on a sandwich because you think it's mayonnaise, throw it away and start over.
Well, Miracle Whip has done this crazy ad campaign of, like, self-deprecation. Have you seen it? Their commercials where it's like, nobody likes Miracle Whip, but have you tried it?
Yes, I've tried it, and it's awful.
That's why no one likes it.
Yeah, so anyway. All right, so my next word that you hardly ever hear, panhandler? When's the last time you said, yeah, there's a panhandler down there on the corner?
A hobo.
Yeah, or a bum.
Or a bum.
Just bums. God. All right, the word cottage. Unless you're talking about cottage cheese, no one ever says, like, oh, yeah, I have a little cottage up in the mountains.
Yeah,
they say they have a cabin or a house or whatever. It's never a cottage anymore.
Yeah, what's the difference between a cabin and a cottage? Like, I feel like it's location. A cottage is in
Like out on the plains, maybe, or
maybe out on the plains.
next to a lake, possibly.
a cottage needs to have a straw roof. I
Okay,
think.
all right.
If it's all logs, I mean, you can't say you have a log cottage.
Right? No,
Yeah.
that never works.
So I think it's the roofing material that designates which word you use.
It well could be. You got one? Go ahead.
I have a few. Humdinger. I didn't even know if I wrote that down right. Oh, that was a humdinger, right?
I'm sure you spelled it right. By the way, I just want to say real quick, let's not leave that mustard out here again because I don't want to have to buy another one.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention one of our sponsors, and I actually dug this out of the trash while you were downstairs getting the recorder. City Market Beer Bratwurst is my all-time favorite brats ever. Mark really surprised me tonight. Not really surprised me, but it was a great treat. Mark went over to the store and bought like 2 packages of 7 beer bratwurst, the City Market, like King Soopers brand, which are proud to be a Colorado item.
Yeah.
Dude, I have had, I mean, with my dad being from Wisconsin, I've had some of the highest dollar bratwurst ever in the world. And especially being there where the shit comes from, I've literally never eaten a better brat than those were.
And they're the cheapest ones there, and they're good because they don't have... I feel like Johnsonville and stuff like that, they just have small cubes of meat in there. It's not really ground up, and I don't know about the true brat fans. Maybe that's what the texture of a brat should be like.
I don't know either.
Don't like it.
I'm just going by my personal like, and I'm telling you, because remember, we ate those. I mean, it's not like we've never eaten them before. We ate those this weekend, and they were just so delicious. And when you came home with those, I was hoping that you didn't try to go, like, be a one-upper or something and get, like, the Johnsonville beer brats or,
No.
Oh, dude, those things are so damn good. And when you get the sweet hot mustard, which I had a jar of the sweet hot mustard in the fridge, but this weekend it got left out on the table outside, and once something sits outside overnight, I'm not eating it ever again.
It's done.
Yeah, so Mark bought some more of that, and we had a brilliant meal.
But
Thank you, by the way, for dinner. It was delicious.
Not a problem.
Humdinger.
Humdinger.
That's a great word. I'd never use it. I've heard it a million times.
What?
It's a Midwest term, dude.
What does it mean? Like,
It just
I
means
know
it's
it means
great.
Is it great? Is it good, or is it bad, or is it just surprising? Or...
No, it's big. Like, it has to do with the greatness of it. Not especially size-wise or mass-wise. It's all around greatness. Like, did you see that fish I just caught? It was a humdinger. I could use that word in a sentence.
I feel like you could use it for bad too. Like, I stubbed my toe this morning and it was a humdinger.
Yeah.
But I guess that it's kind of just the I'm trying to think of the word right now. Just how much it affects your life. Like how giant, whatever it is, if it's a big fish or like a huge pain.
It could mean a lot of different things, dude. The word humdinger. I'm proud of you for bringing that up.
And then another one I think needs to be brought back. I wish I could own something like this. The chalice.
Is it like a cup? Like a glass?
I don't know if it's like a goblet. A goblet's one too.
It's stemware. It definitely like is a ornate wine glass that might have like a metal thing built in around it.
Yeah, I feel like
a
it's
chalice.
got metal involved. I wanted chalice.
Oh, well, your birthday just passed. I wished I would have known.
Crossing my fingers for Christmas.
Yeah. You can do that for sure.
Nightgown.
Yeah.
You never hear a 20-some-year-old girl say, I'm going to go throw on my nightgown.
No. I wouldn't think so, but I can almost guarantee we'll get feedback from that one. If, in fact, any women still listen to the show after last night's fingering incident, I think that at least one, maybe possibly 3 people will say, no, I wear a nightgown every night. I say that word all the time.
Is it a gown or is it just like kind of PJs?
No, it's a thing that you can put your arms through. It It looks like a smoking jacket for a woman. It goes all the way to the floor, hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully not sometimes.
But I'm wondering if they say nightgown and they actually mean nightgown, or if they say nightgown just kind of as a word for whatever they wear to bed.
See, I don't think so. I know what a nightgown looks like. God damn, Colorado, the Rockies are getting their asses handed to them. It's 8-0 in the top of the third.
Who are they playing?
St. Louis, who they beat last night, like 7-3. Oh, we could have got tacos tonight, but the brats were a lot better.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I know what a nightgown is. I'm not calling out your word because I haven't heard that word in a long time, but there's a nightgown's kind of like a coat that you wouldn't wear outside, and it goes well past your knees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen my grandma wear one. And speaking of my grandma, it came up with this weird kind of dichotomy. I know you like that word.
Love that
When
word.
we were kids, she would tell us, "You talking to girls? Keep rocks in your pockets to keep the girls away." To like throw at the girls.
Oh. See, I'm from Kansas where you had to keep rocks in your pockets to keep the wind from blowing you away. Hey, takarese.
Sorry. But did people say keep rocks in your pockets?
For girls? Or no, for the wind?
For the wind?
Yeah, for sure. If you're going out, better fill your pockets with rocks.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess that could be a two-pronged sword thing. Yeah.
But yeah, the weird thing is, because now, flash, almost 20 years later, now she's saying, you're only getting older when you're getting married, when you're having grandkids.
Yeah.
It's like, you told me to keep rocks in my pockets, I thought. I kept too many rocks, I suppose.
Yeah.
I should have dropped them out when I turned 18.
All right. I actually have a couple more.
Ooh.
And then I have one word that I'm not 100% sure is a word, but it should be, and I could use it in a sentence. I can use it twice in the same sentence.
Oh.
All right. Turnpike. No one ever says, oh, yeah, I was out on the turnpike. It's just the highway now, or the interstate.
Yeah.
I think the turnpike is now called the interstate.
Is it turnpike like...
I think it's a toll road, though.
Yeah, like a toll road? Like a privately owned highway? But yeah, everyone calls it a toll road.
Right,
now.
not a turnpike anymore.
Or I think in England they do this, slip road.
Oh.
Have you ever heard slip road?
No, and I watch a lot of English shows.
We turned our navigation thing on to like English, but UK.
Trying to get lost.
And it says, exit 287 at exit 19, take slip road on the right.
Oh.
It's like,
I've never heard of that. I'll have to ask Steve tomorrow if he's there.
that sounds scary, a slip road.
Yeah, it sounds like it's icy or something.
Zero traction on a slip
I
road.
don't like that. Icebox.
Yeah.
No one ever calls the refrigerator the icebox anymore. Though I can almost guarantee you that some reader has grandparents that would call it the icebox still.
Well, we talked to...
I don't have any grandparents left, which makes me sad.
I get to
They should get together. Are they...
they're opposite.
Well, I know, but that they should...
Yeah.
I never understood that. When my mom's dad... I mean, when my mom's mom died, and then my dad's dad died, like, I was young enough that I couldn't understand why they just didn't get together.
Come on, why not?
But they had never met each other. They didn't know each other at all.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay, one last word that you hardly ever hear anymore, and then I have one more word that needs to be a word that I don't think is. Dungarees.
Only with Lee in front of them.
Oh, yeah, Lee does use that word, don't they?
But what is the original dungaree?
Dungaree is just denim
It's
jeans.
just denim jeans.
Yeah, put on your dungarees and let's go plow the fields or whatnot.
Or long pants.
Yeah. What are you
Or
doing
short
going out in your
pants.
short pants? We're big pants people. That's not right. All right, so I just have this one more word. I hope you got some stuff written down. Topics.
Topics.
Oh.
Oh.
I just have to ask, is this a word? Oranger. And let me use it in a sentence, and I can use it twice in the same sentence. What the fuck is the deal with Miley Cyrus? She seems to get oranger and oranger every time I see her.
It's got to be a...
It has to be.
right?
Oranger. It's like more orange than something else, so it's oranger.
But I guess you should say she's getting more orange and more orange, right? Like bluer, purpler sounds pretty good.
Purpler?
I think.
Yeah.
Tealer.
Bezier? I don't know.
Jesus was born in a bezier. Oh, manger.
A manger,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oranger should be a word. It should be in that.
It has usage, but it's like easier or
Like, Miley
Not easy.
Cyrus is oranger than the last time I saw her, for sure.
but like harder. Fuck, I'm striking out here.
I wasn't trying to start an argument.
Greater.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of ers that should just be. We should just transform them to ers and just say their words too.
Yeah.
Like good and well. You know. Oh, how you doing? I'm doing good. No, you're doing well. Can't we just use good as well now since people say it? Come on, Webster's.
Webster's?
It's more Webster than I've ever heard a word.
That's Websterer than anything you've ever heard?
Yeah, I mean, well isn't Webster than good.
This podcast is going weller and weller the longer we go.
Oh, boy.
What else is going on, brother?
I had a little update on the spinning incident
Oh,
that we
the
talked
football
about.
spinning?
The football spinning incident. I was talking to PJ today, and he's a Seattle fan. And
Weird.
I was so frustrated because I was like, yeah, did you see that play where that guy spun the ball and he got called for a penalty? And PJ goes, yeah, they've been warning him for 2 times.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that, too. I forgot to say that.
Well, and I was like, no, that's not my point. Spinning is not a bad move. Like, it's just a classic, I'm going to spin the ball move. But I think we're slowly, just without knowing it, just following the wussification of football.
This
And
is
now
our
we're-
show, dude. You can say pussification.
But I mean, isn't it? It's weird how
This is
that
our
was.
pirate ship. We say what we want.
That was the reaction of, oh yeah, they warned him twice. No, they shouldn't have had to warn him at all. It's not taunting. It's just celebrating.
I think that the death knell for him that time, and by the way, people, that term is not death nail, which I've heard a lot of people say. It's death knell.
This is a podcast of words.
That's right. You're going to learn something. The death knell to that play was the guy that he was taunting allegedly was unconscious.
Right. I mean, but do people stop celebrating when another player gets injured? No, it never happens. They're not looking around to make sure no player is injured before they start celebrating. Like that's the cop out. That's the first response to my pissed off question. is oh, the guy was injured. The dude didn't know he was injured. He doesn't look around and make sure, okay, no one's lying on the ground. Now I'm going to spin the ball. It's just a celebration. I mean, we're all just falling into this bullshit that football has now turned into a little boy sport instead of a professional, top of the line 26, 28-year-old dude sport where, I mean, they know what they're doing out there.
Yeah, I agree. I want to get back to the way football was when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. But
Don't get me wrong. I think they should wear leather helmets, though.
Well, I have heard
with
more
no face mask.
I have heard more arguments about that recently, where maybe the padding and shit is just too. I mean, it's too easy to throw yourself at someone.
To throw your head at someone else's head.
It's like if you installed roll cages in every car, people would be driving like assholes.
Yep. Yep.
Someone's gonna T-bone me. I don't care.
Who cares? I got insurance. The fuck do I care?
I got a 16-point roll cage sitting here. Anyway, I'm frustrated with that. I'm into the football season, but
I'm well into it. But Hockey
being
season's
pussified.
coming soon, and don't get me wrong, I'm still stoked for the Broncos. I'm a Bronco guy, even though my team since I was born is doing well. We're going to see what's going to happen on Thursday, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. The Chiefs play at the Eagles, and I don't think that the Eagles are going to go 1-2 to start the season.
It'll be a tough game.
They looked good against the Chargers, who are probably better than the Chiefs as well. So
Tough game on a short week.
Yeah, short week as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm geeked about football. I'm all stoked about it. Not even a percentage as much as I am the hockey season starting.
Yeah, a full season. Finally.
I
It
know.
feels like it's been 5 years.
Dude, I'm literally on the edge of my seat in anticipation of even like seeing a preseason game. I love hockey so much. But I'm stoked about football. Gonna try not to talk hockey too much because, well, I mean, we probably had 8 listeners last night. We probably have 4 left, and 3 of them might be dudes. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the show.
Well, I'll bring it back to news real quick, and talking about how news is so selective, and it's just, I mean, the downfall of America is not going to be Obamacare or any war. It's going to be no one trusting what they hear on the radio, and then everyone's going to be running around in circles going, what the fuck's going on? Because I can prove my point with one name. Edward Snowden. Who's heard of Edward Snowden recently? He was all the rage a few months ago.
Yeah, where's he at now?
Now it's like,
is he still in Russia? Where the hell is he?
I assume he's in Russia, but it's like, I don't care. I never really cared about him, but was it an important issue, or is it no? Or has it just turned into a non-important issue now?
I have to wonder a little bit if the Snowden issue didn't get locally, if the Snowden issue didn't get pushed under the rug for all the, weather issues that we've been having. The Snowden issue might still be big in other parts of the country, but we're just not hearing about it because of, like, the weather has dominated the news locally.
And I
It
guess
could be.
there's Syria and stuff like that going on in the world.
Yeah, what's going on with that anymore either? I mean, literally, dude, the weather has dominated the news locally, and I don't know what's going on with Syria anymore. Are we going to attack them or not?
It's just all ratings, and we have such a small attention span. And the news people know this, so they say, oh, this is war with Syria. They have the big headline, war with Syria, and then 2 weeks later, let's look at Miley Cyrus broke up with her fiance.
Yeah, I saw that today too. You know what I'm happy that I haven't heard about lately? What's that one whore's name that we were hearing nothing but about her for like 2 weeks?
Amanda Bynes?
Yeah, haven't seen her face online in weeks.
Yeah, sometimes it works out for the best.
Yeah, thank God. Their big, giant, shaggy hair that I'm sure was some kind of wig, claiming that she's never done drugs and chucking bongs out the window of her apartment.
Well, she threw it out because it was unacceptable for that bong to be in her apartment. No paraphernalia in Amanda Bynes' apartment. She's got to throw it out the window. Excuse
me.
you.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, dude, another thing that reminds me of that. Do you remember when, obviously you remember when 9/11 happened.
What?
Yeah, I know. It was when those brown people flew the airplanes into the buildings. Do you remember that?
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was quite a while ago. You remember what was going on in the news just before that?
No.
That congressman or whatever may or may not have killed that woman that they found in the park.
No. I don't remember that. But, I mean, I was younger. I wasn't paying attention to
Yeah, that's
the
true.
news.
You probably weren't watching or paying attention to the news. And I'm probably talking outside of school about it because I don't know exactly. That's another term I always loved. You know one that really weirds me out? And I'll get back to what I'm talking about. And Steve said this the other night. Yeah, that guy, he's good people. What? That term don't make no sense.
He's good.
He's good people.
People.
He's singular, good people, plural.
Mm.
I heard that in the South all the time when I lived in North Carolina. I never understood that.
Maybe he has multiple
it's tore up.
personalities. It's tore up.
It's a
humdinger, that one.
I've never understood that term. He's good people. Try to work that out for me verbally.
He is.
Does it come from a Latin term like usually things do?
Well, if you go back to the Latin roots, the Latin for people was people. And there was no singular or plural for people back in the ancient Latin America. I mean, Latin days.
Yeah.
Wherever.
So we're dividing Latin America, Latin days. Papal was singular and plural.
And plural, yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how people in Georgia and North Carolina and South Carolina and Florida grabbed hold of this strange Latin term.
Oh, it's word of mouth. That's how it spreads.
I see. I guess it's starting to make sense now, Mark. Thanks. I'll sleep better tonight. Peepaw. Anyway.
Us Latin majors, are we good people?
Yeah. We good people? Yeah.
Are we good person?
Are you good people? I don't get that term. I never have. But anyway, back to this asshole that, like, and I can't remember his name for some reason, because it was a long time ago. This was like 2001. But, like, they were closing in. Evidence was closing in. And this dude was about to be indicted for killing this intern that he had or whatever. And then 9/11 happened. Never heard that guy's name ever again. Who knows what happened?
Yeah. Maybe he did get convicted, or maybe they just forgot.
Yeah. There's Amanda Bynes, 9/11.
What about a story that I can't believe is not talked about anymore? I mean, it is occasionally. Roman Polanski? Is it Polanski?
Yeah.
That's how long it hasn't been talked about. I can't even remember his name. Roman
He's
Polanski.
Free, even though he was banging a little girl.
Yeah, he's like about to be convicted of like sexually assaulting an underage person.
Yeah.
He's no, I'm going to go to the south of France.
Yeah. And just live there in peace and harmony. Still makes movies, by the way.
Ugh.
Still makes movies that are shown in American theaters. But, yeah, he raped like a 6-year-old girl.
That's where we need Batman, the Dark Knight, to just extradite him.
Yeah,
for
with
us.
the Batmobile. Mm-hmm. Just drive it across the sea.
We need Ben Affleck here. Ben Affleck, what are you doing on this now?
Dude, did you see the thing on the internet as well that, like, people were claiming that Justin Bieber was going to play Robin?
Oh, that's got to be fake.
Yeah, I saw it on MSN, but he had a script to the movie that had Bieber stamped across the front. That's all I know. I saw the picture of it, read a little bit about it, couldn't care less.
They have to be smarter than that.
I would hope so. But do you know how many 14-year-old girls would clamor to see Justin Bieber in a movie? I mean, if they're just going for the cash grab, might as well.
Well, and then I always think...
We need to get back to this Roman Polanski thing, too, but go ahead.
I kind of think this is... What if he tried out and he fit the part? Which I know sounds crazy. But what if he auditioned and they're like, wow, he fit the part? Like, people are like, why are we still talking about Tim Tebow? Like, these are professional sports teams. Tim Tebow wouldn't be around if he wasn't there as one of the best people to be around. I mean, we had Jerry Rice on the Broncos. We got him traded from somewhere, and then we cut him because he wasn't cutting it. But Jerry Rice is a legend. I mean, we didn't keep him around for his name value.
Joe Montana, Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. With Jerry Rice?
No, not at the same time.
Oh.
Marcus Allen retired as a Chief. One of the greatest running backs ever from the Raiders.
Right. I mean, I wasn't.
Oh, that's not where you were going?
No, I wasn't looking for Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh. I thought you were, for some reason.
It is weird how we think, oh, that's terrible. Terrible.
That's terrible.
But, I mean, really, what if he did try out?
What are you going to do if Charles Barkley is ever a guest on this show? And the first thing he says is, you know, Mark, I think it's real terrible what you've been making fun of how I talk.
And they'd say, you know what, Brett? Your Charles Barkley is terrible.
It's terrible.
It's tore up.
Yeah.
That was
Dude,
bad.
I need to discuss something that we were talking about earlier about this Roman Polanski thing. What do you think about Woody Allen? Didn't he marry his ex-wife's daughter?
There's some weird thing like that, yeah.
No, that's what it is. I can't remember her name. I need to do... see, we just talk, and I don't have time. I, like, write a few things down, but I can't, like...
Wait, but was that his daughter?
No.
Not blood?
No.
I mean, there's plenty of 50, or I don't know how old he is. Or
Well, I'm sure that
they
he was
married.
at least like 30 or something, 35 maybe, when he met her when she was 12.
Yeah.
And then, you know, to carry on, and then all of a sudden he's fucking her. That ain't right.
Nah, that's weird.
I mean, when does the age difference come into play? I mean, like,
it either should or it shouldn't. You know, like if Hugh Hefner can bang a 23-year-old playmate, then I think we can just say, okay, as long as you're over 18. You know, right?
I couldn't block the microphone fast enough to.
But I mean, like,
yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense. The only thing the way that I look at it though is like, okay, so I'm 42 right now. I'm gonna be 43 in December, so in just a few months. An 18-year-old to me
is an 18-year-old to me is insane, and I'm 26.
Oh, I know. But an 18-year-old, as far as the law goes, is legal. Now,
Right.
I have a different morals than that.
Yeah.
But it's legal. The age difference, like, how much older? Shit, I don't have a calculator close by, even though I have my phone. I'm not going to do the math. I'm saying the age difference is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless of maturity level, I mean, and even like once I was like 62 and she was like 27 or whatever, and that's just a guess. If I hit that right, I'll be surprised. But even the age difference is just so ridiculous that for Woody Allen to be with his ex-wife's daughter, and I'm pretty sure they got married.
No, yeah, that is weird. Just because it's like you were married to this person, but then were you flirting with her daughter at the same time? And
I mean, that's like me at like 30, and I meet a woman that has an infant, and I'm changing the kids' diapers. We're married. Everything's going cool. Changing the kids' diapers.
yeah.
The kid's growing up, and all of a sudden I'm 60 and she's however old, and I decide, oh, I want to be with her. That's gross.
Well,
it's disgusting to me.
True love has no age. No, it is disgusting, and it's kind of just a basis by basis thing, I guess. I'm saying if people are going to do it, people are going to do it. But if it's gross, people should be like,
Well, Roman
That's
Polanski
gross.
should be in prison.
oh yeah,
There's no doubt
he should
about
be locked
that.
up.
He shouldn't still be making movies and living, a lush life in the south of France if, in fact, that's where he
He's
is.
somewhere over there. And what country has the moral character to house him?
France.
I think it is France. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, if he steps foot in the United States, he's getting arrested.
We should ignore Syria. We should start carpet bombing France until they give up Roman Polanski. Just blow that place to shit.
Ugh.
Killing women and children. As long as we get Polanski, it's fine. I kid. Yeah, I've never understood that this whole. I mean, yeah, if you're 30 and you're with a 24-year-old, good for you, brother. You're doing all right. 36, you got a 27-year-old, nice. It's not bad.
Well, yeah, and the cliche is half your age plus 7, but no one cares. No one. Listen.
Oh, shit's about to get heavy.
There's a rich dude who's, 58. If a 23-year-old girl is like, yeah, I'm down, she's probably looking for money. He's looking for a nice body. They're both getting something out of it. There's no victims involved. Because once that dude dies, she gets
I guess
his fortune.
When you think about, I mean, and even now that you brought up, there's no victim. Yeah, I guess these old men aren't forcing these young women. I don't know. It's just
more
the
contrary.
The changing diaper situation. I changed her diaper and I fucked her. It just
That's gross.
Thinking about it that way, it's just like that thing I said the other night about the 3 guys in the hotel room that with the missing dollar.
Yeah.
That, when you think about it one way, it's absolutely the most disgusting thing ever. When you think about that they're grown up, it's just the connection that they have, and they have had their entire lives. He's changing her diaper, and now he's banging her. That's gross.
And then you think about maturity level to where an 18-year-old could be more mature than the 27-year-old, but that's case by case. Like that lady that was on the Adam Carolla show that was flipping houses at 17, she was probably more mature than most 25-year-old chicks at 17.
There's a picture online of her with her titty out. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I saw it.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, you could be 35 and date a 27-year-old who's less mature than like a 18-year-old. It's
a slippery slope.
It's whatever the fuck it is. And
my whole deal is, like I said, go from changing someone's diapers to banging them. To go from changing your wife's child's diaper.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely crossed the line.
Yeah, it's out of the question.
Well, then think about the 16-year-old guy who's in a relationship with his
teacher?
23-year-old teacher.
Hells yeah.
All the dudes are like,
no problem with that.
Nice job, dude.
Yep. I don't see a single problem with that at all. And the arrests and everything just make me sick. Nice job, brother. You did it.
It's weird how that works.
And speaking of we did it, we've done it again.
We blundered through this podcast.
I hope this one was a little more appropriate than last night. I was just having fun last night, and I'd kind of prefer that the show went that way. It's more fun, but, I mean, and no one said anything.
Everyone does it.
They might have just stopped listening to the show and said, whatever.
Yeah.
Good night, folks.
Daily BM. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a humdinger.
Yeah. Who knows if anyone's even listening. So I took the speaker in my room last night and plugged it in because I thought it was going to die. Worst mistake I ever made. It has that little tiny blue LED on it that made a fucking blue circle on my ceiling that was 9 feet across. It lit up my whole fucking room. I could barely sleep because of it, but I was too lazy to get up and turn it off.